Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Jace has, he's got a next wave coming out. You can see that Tien, he's maybe potentially walking up. We need to go back towards top lane observers. We need to go back to this. Tien is currently in this bush. And again, if you shut the Jace down, huge victory for his team.
Ruin King without a kingdom, looking to be a bit of a guerrilla fighter in the top side. Birdo tries to find a way out by going forwards, but all that does is mean he goes down valiantly first. But no, just for the ward. I saw the movement.
So the thing is, the reason he's acting like this is because he knows there is still this level 6 Vi, post level 6 Vi walking around, and he needs to be careful of it. The problem is he hasn't been careful enough.
You called it out, and immediately 369 about to be taken down. They were hoping to donate a little bit of something to Birdall, but he'll just have to deal with the assist. Loses a plate of...
Yes, and once again, we're going to just retap onto that. Birdall has himself a flash. He's going to have to blow it again. Hides behind the minion. Ult comes through. Might just die all the same.
Doesn't make a difference. Poor old Birdall. How many ganks has this been? This Jace has been left out to dry. They finally turn up in force to LGD to clear off 369. But he just can't get anything back. I say that and immediately goes to the skies and nearly gets something back on Tien. I was wondering there for...
The stream helpfully knows, hey, internet, be nice. Top Esports, they have themselves double poke. I think LGD, they need to find a very quick engage, otherwise this is not going to go well for them.
It is not, and the camera zooms out to survey the battlefield. 369 off vision now spotted. The hook comes on through. Big amount of damage onto the Rakan, who for once just doesn't have time to use his many escape abilities. Meteor comes crashing down to earth to boot. And Top Esports just run over the fight. It's very easy for him.
So LGD, they try and look for a play right down the front and center, and it works out very, very poorly. High Chow's caught on underneath this bot lane outer turret as Tien uses
a position in this game, and they are now realistically being able to corral Meteor and the rest of LGD into some difficult spaces. The Rakan dies immediately. Meteor tries to go in at the back end of it all, but the cease and desist just becomes a deceased lawman in the form of Vi being in an early grave.
Deceased and assisted. I don't know. It sounds something like that. Anyway, Tien gets himself another reset. Cream uses his ultimate to force Xiaoya back too. Without the jungler there, without the smite, without their engage, there is nothing that LGD can do now. It is a very early Baron. Top Esports, they starve out vision. They force LGD to come into them, and they win the fight. Top Esports, very confident macro play to start really looking towards the death of this game. Getting a Baron like this so cleanly, they're going to have to run over the rest of the map roughshod.
Oh, yeah.
Tien scored again, though. He doesn't have Heartbreaker this time. Has a flash, though, and that'll be enough. So 2 attempted picks on Tien in a row, and they don't end up working out for them. Top Esports, they still have the Baron buff for a minute. Ulting Xiaoya.
Depth charge comes on through, and it is enough force to bring down the lightning bot laner. Zeri has nothing to say. First death this game, but it's just not impacted in any way, shape, or form. Inhibitor falls, and Top Esports looks like they're going to be rolling over this game without much in response from LGD. They've not even
break this one tower. It might even be a little bit close. No, it won't be. They have lethality and have grub boss, but this is the big engage. Meteor going for an ult.
Jack A-Love, nowhere really to go. Gets knocked back. First kill, and it goes, of course, to the Zeri, who ends up with a spiraling despair on top of her, but it's not going to undo the elation of finally securing a second kill after what feels about 20 minutes.
So, well, I say the games were not convenient back into the day. There were no helpful tips, and LGD, they don't have themselves a tutorial to get out of this game either.
Mako does it again!
Good hook. Great hook.
Oh, every dredge line this game has spelled disaster for LGD, it feels like. The spiraling despair comes on through, and maybe I should have just said despair instead of disaster, because that's what it's been to. Baron goes down very quickly, and Top Esports just pull the same play from earlier.
Meteor just queued over the wall. He's going to have to flash backwards. He has a Q backup now, but Mako is flashing.
Oh, Xiaoya gets over the wall with the spark surge, but Meteor again comes crashing down to earth. The flash will not get him far enough away. It feels like he's back up in orbit. Nowhere really to affect this game. Haichao trying to run away as Birdall desperately running away. This poor Jace. I don't even think that Birdall has played individually that poorly. His mechanics have been fine. The issue has been the ability to stay in a fight for any longer than 5 seconds. I suppose Meteor gets it with a spiraling despair, but will Vault Breaker away. Final inhibitor falls.
Good
and this will be it. The hook lands again. Rakan gets into the backside, but it's too little, and it will be too late. As Cream, staying alive, does so much damage. Birdall gets Jackie Love, but that is literally all there is to write home about for LGD. The Grand Entrance keeps him safe briefly on the side of Jinzhao before a Heartbreaker brings down the lover boy. Xayah will be mourning the loss of her boyfriend.
God, that's really morbid.
I'm sorry, you name an ultimate Heartbreaker and it hits Rakan. The stories write themselves.
It does. And this one seems like it's reaching towards the end as LGD They're looking down and seeing what they can achieve. Just with the 2 members left alive, they've got no inhibitors left standing, but it looks like Top Esports, they don't feel confident ending the game. I'm really giving them a look into this game.
Also got to unfortunately criticise a little bit here. Haichao Meteor, who have only pulled off a Vitalia combo once this game successfully, and that's not what you want to see. Maybe at the death of the game they might find something, but Jackie Love has a Zhonya's equivalent and a flash to get out to safety in Top Esports. They're done playing around. The critical damage was done minutes ago. And LGD are put to the sword, courtesy of Aatrox, who has a massive one to wield, and slap down the bot lane of LGD. The inhibitor turret, the Nexus turrets fall. If I get my nomenclature right, Nexus sure to fall afterwards. It's a good seismic shove, but it's just a momentary reprieve, and it does not stop at the end of the game. Never really got to come online in the Jason. That Vitalia combo just never really got to work out from Haichao Meteor. Instead, the last pick is still...
As well as a lot of the stretch animation, the stretch frames in mid-animation as well, because you have them to make the animation look good. But we might see if this bot lane is stretched at all. And that's going to be the Aftershock built off for Meiko, as you might have to blow the flash.
So still have the mounting dread, which will claim his life. It's steaks for dinner, and Kindred eating good. It is a wolf in sheep's clothing that hunts down the farm animal.
And the big thing here is that we will all die for 1 kill. And eventually, if you 5 for 1 enough but get 10 stacks, it doesn't matter. As this one has got a stacks of Q from Birdle as he goes on to 369. No phase rush.
It's a lot of damage back. 369 does need to back away. Does have a flash to work with. But now the
No!
369 failed the 1v1. TM flashes in. Misses the whip. Becomes lightning. But should surely have an audacious charge. No way! Birdle gets both flashes and 369 fumbles the solo kill.
Birdle gets just a clutch shield to get out of that one alive as 369. It's his and gets out alive. LGD now, what will they do with this? With their top laner not being on the map and Tien still being on top side, it doesn't look like LGD can really capitalize towards Grubs, and that Cream's caught.
Deadly moment. The Magnet Storm comes on through, and there's just no getting rid of that irresistible attraction. Cream down for the count.
Oh, what have we got here? LGD, they've got themselves 3 kills straight through into his damage count as well. After he's used up all of his immobility, 369 flashes forward to get the guaranteed Q, but doesn't quite get it. But we have to go away from it as there is a return kill in the mid lane.
Nice.
Kill to Cream. That's important. First one on the board now for Top Esports. We don't quite get to see the full It's only the 2nd dragon because Top Esports took one of the first 2 as well. Infernal Rift though, and with the Kindred being able to kind of get out onto the map and get themselves objectives, very important. Cross map coming in on top side.
But all tries to play this one out. Doesn't really get a lot of work done with the Pathmaker. Still trying to trade this one out with a Q3. The Untofo strike's doing some work, but I think he is striking out. Nothing to be found there, and the home run goes with Top Esports. So, kill goes over to Cream. Cross-map comes easier to establish with just a support going off and doing stuff on their own, which means that you look at the vision right now, and it means that you get some more intricate scenarios like this. Tien's walking up, has himself an ult again, stops a recall, and they can start fighting. Red buff stolen, which is potentially significant. Birdle chunked to about half HP. Backing away for now. The arrow goes wide from Xiaoye. Tien goes forward with the audacious charge, but I think it might have been a little bit too audacious as they have to flash away. Jackie Love, though, is quick enough with a flap to not have to burn that and does summon in Mum. But I don't think this parent-teachers meeting is changing any way, shape, or form. Kindred Ultimate comes on down. The Lamb's Respite buying some space.
369.
But they are going straight to the slaughterhouse. 369, though, is turned around on, getting some damage back, and Meteor stays alive. It ends up being a 3-4-1. In favor of LGD. Serious. A little bit confused there from my end, but the point stands. The point is, Meteor, we need to know how many stacks he's got. I think he's managing to do just fine, and the gold lead still dead even, bluntly. 300 gold means very little, and Haichao going down evens it straight back up again.
He used his flash in that last play. It means he doesn't have it to be safe in a side lane. So LGD
very quickly with a double AD carry.
Yeah, exactly. Meteor, huge Baron DPS from the jungle on hit Varus. This will go down quickly, but Jackie is strong. They can't allow this Smolder to get damage.
Tien isn't here yet. I think this is gone before he gets in range. Finally into the bush. They're trying to buy some space and time. Massive 3-man headbutt pulverize alongside a steal as well. Top Esports get everything they could ask for within this fight, and it commences with a Blom, a triple kill coming through for Smolder as Jackie Love looking to roar into life. How much more will they find at the end of this? An audacious charge forward to claim the Varus will ensure a swift kill. The wind becomes lightning. We freeze frame because it's just too graphic for us to keep an eye on.
It's too graphic. We can't show it. Cut the tape. Cut the tape. But Top Esports, they get themselves everything they want. They get a full clean.
to eviscerate this turret, you have to imagine.
Well, I'm just going to drop down the quality again and see if anything's happening. That's a
well,
great
why we
question
need to do it?
because
Get
we
to the
have a fight.
Exactly that. The Pop Blossom gets onto 2 in the backside, but immediately eviscerated. Smolder is growing up oh so fast indeed. The Lamb's Respite comes down, but I don't think it saves anything. It just ages the cut a little bit more. And Lamb, well, it's just chops, isn't it?
And it's been a little bit bitty for the last few minutes, but you get the overall picture. Top Esports march in towards the base. They get themselves a Baron, steal a clean fight, and they don't lose any deaths between that Baron and the end of the game as well. They're marching forward, and this should be the end of this series.
Billy dies as the game dies, and Top Esports find themselves a very successful Baron power play to end the game.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.